I didn't necessarily have a problem with them swapping those guys out. I like T.J. Ward, too. I mean, definitely.
You know what? See, that was just a move, make a change.
I know what you're saying. It's change for the sake of change.
And you just decided you just decided to go in a different direction. But here's my thing. And I like Brian Hoyer. I might be critical, but I like him. But when I look at Brian Hoyer, I don't see anybody different than Colt McCoy. It's easy to defend guys like that. When you have a guy that's not a threat to run, then he's basically sitting back your man, and all you got to do is bring pressure. Because you can only block 5 guys. You see what I'm saying? That's right. Maybe 6 if you keep the back end, but if you keep the back end, then you're reducing how many options you have downfield. So it's easy to defend guys like that. If you're a guy like Brian Hoyer who focuses on your primary receiver, once the rush starts bearing down on you, you lose focus on what's going on downfield. Now you're struggling. And as the game goes on, when the defense sees that you can't complete 5-yard passes, they beating up guys on the outside because the Browns have a roster full of slot receivers anyway. They're not winning one-on-one matchups. The one pass they got, I want to say it was to Gabriel. Was that the Hawkins for like the 65 yards, whatever it was?
Yeah, Hawkins. Yeah, he caught it. It was about
that was the one
12,
big play hit.
12 yards or something.
It was like a 10 or 15-yard pass, man, on the drag route where he got a free release and ran underneath and ran for about 45 yards. After that play, Jacksonville scrapped that. They didn't play that way no more. Well, no more passes like that. You know what I'm saying? But here's my problem with Petty. And, people fall into the whole rah-rah thing. But my whole concept on him is this. Whether you was going to make a change to Johnny Manziel or not, that's not something you say publicly. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, that's like you're trying to cover your own ass. You see what I'm saying? You're trying to say, hey, I was thinking about bringing the guy in, but at the same time, I was trusting the guy I had. That's not being a leader to me. You know what I'm saying? If that's how you felt, and you first of all, if you said that and then you come back and say it was, even though you considered it, but you wasn't going to do it, then you didn't have to say it.
He didn't say he considered it. Let me just jump in. He didn't say he considered it. He said it was brought up and it was quickly dismissed. I look at that more as Shanahan or Logan's going, hey, what do you think about bringing in Manziel? I don't necessarily think Pettin was at any – because you got to agree with me. As much as you may want to see Manziel, I don't think it was going to get any better with him out there against Jacksonville.
Not true. Not true. And you and I have had this discussion in depth. My whole mindset has been, once they named Brian Hoyer as a starter, then it was his team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. It should be.
No reason to go to Manziel. No reason to bring him in for plays at a time. If you make the decision to go to Brian Hoyer, he deserves the right to face adversity and find his way through it.
I agree.
That has always been my stance. Once that sham of a competition was over with, man, I've been all on board with Brian Hoyer. When he started off slow, did I say bring him out? He stinks? Not at all. I say, man, let the guy find his way. But now you get to a point where you're facing 3 teams with a combined record of 1-16, and you lose that first game. Now you got 2 games left. If you split and you go 2-1 against them, if you go 1-2, I think you have to reevaluate the situation because you can't go up against teams that's 1-16 and lose, and then think, okay, well, things will get better. At that point, you have to decide, well, okay, maybe bringing in Manziel might save the season. There's no use of letting Brian Hoyer play and maybe win 6 or 7 games. You don't gain anything by that. You don't need to have tape on Brian Hoyer. If he's not in there, his leadership, his experience ain't winning you ball games, especially against bad teams, then you don't gain nothing by playing. You see what I'm saying? If you let Brian Hoyer play this whole year, he wins 6 games, okay, it was a 2-game improvement, but so what? You go into Manziel next year, and so now you're wasting a year because now his learning curve is pushed back. You see what I'm saying?
See, I think he was so far. I got to tell you though, I think he was so far from ready that I got to tell you, I don't believe he's necessarily going to be anything when he does get out there. But when you say the word save the season, that's not the decision that'll get Johnny Manziel put out there. He'll get put out there when the Browns are eliminated from the playoff competition.
No, they're not eliminated.
When they are, that's when he'll play.
Hear me out. If they lose to Oakland and Tampa Bay, they've lost to 3 teams that were combined 1-16.
Well, yeah, that's the earth coming to an end situation there.
Team, as a quarterback who backed up Brady, as a quarterback with the most experience, you can't beat teams that are worse than you, then there's nothing you can do for me. You can't lead other people. You see what I'm saying?
I hear you.
You're supposed to be the most experienced guy on the field. You're the best guy on the field. If you can't get me past these sorry-ass teams, then you're not helping us out. So at that point, I have to go to Manziel. maybe the change will spark the other people. And the one thing Manziel can do is he can extend plays. He can use his legs to extend drives.
But here's what's funny. So, let me just jump in. Here's what's funny.
Yes,
the Browns are 3-3, and they've won 2 of their last 3 games. That's all I'm saying is right now this is all ridiculous hypothetical stuff. Let's see what happens against the Raiders. Let's see what happens.
You know what's ridiculous? No.
Go ahead.
No, hear me out. You know what's ridiculous?
Ahead.
What's ridiculous, man, is being 3-2 and talking about playoffs. That's ridiculous. Being 3-2 and talking about playoffs. That's ridiculous. And I'm upset about all this stuff about the defense, man. Come on, J-Rock. If the defense holds somebody, man, I don't give a damn how many yards, man, he ran for.
Come on. Denard Robinson threw the tackles, though? Come on,
doesn't matter.
Man.
J-Rock, if he ran for 300 yards and they only had 10 points, hold on. If he ran for 300 yards and you look at the scoreboard with 5 minutes left in the game, and Jacksonville got 10 points on the board, do you give a damn how many yards he ran for?
I hear you. I'm telling you, you can't just say the defense did good because they got those interceptions, because Blake Bortles throws 3 interceptions against everybody.
You got me confused. I didn't mention interceptions. I mentioned Denard Robinson. I'm saying he ran for 150 yards. So what? If he ran for 300 yards, and you look at the scoreboard with 5 minutes left in the game, and Jacksonville ain't got but 10 points on the scoreboard, do you give a damn how many yards he ran for?
I understand that the offense didn't do their job. That doesn't mean...
I'm saying, do you care? Do you care?
Bro, the Browns lost. Yes, I don't like compartmentalize whose fault it was, man. The Browns lost. I'm just saying the Browns. My point about the defense. Hold on, man. My point about the defense, plain and simple, was that you can't do that, because there's been plenty of times, even this season, you can go, well, the defense let the team down. So it goes both ways. When you get it, you just got to get a complete effort on both sides of the ball.
It doesn't go both ways.
It does.
It doesn't go both ways. Listen,
man, it takes 11 guys on each side of the ball.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to make it even easier. Say you play offense, and I play defense.
Okay.
And I'm out there as a defense, man. I'm sweating my backside off. And I give up 10 points. Not only do I give up 10 points, but I set you up at the Jacksonville 17. I set you up at the Jacksonville 33. I look up at the damn scoreboard, and I'm still trailing 10-6.
All right, but let me flip it. I'm the offense, and I gave you 30 points, and I'm looking up at the scoreboard and losing games. What's up with that, too? We can't play the whose fault is it that we lost. Come on, man.
First of all, I don't recall you giving me 30 points. So let me clear that one up. You kind of making yourself feel good about yourself. I don't recall you giving me 30 points. But as bad, okay, but even to support your stand, say you put up 25 points a game. And as a defense, okay, I've been playing terrible. I made some mistakes. I put you in some bad situations. But with that being said, with the game on the line, I got key stops to put the ball back in your hands, since you're better than me anyway. I'm a 30th ranked defense, so a top 5 offensive quarterback. I'm putting the ball in your hands with an opportunity to win. Now, when you fail, it's on me. But when you have success, the parade is for you.
I hear you. Listen, it's that? I know what you're saying, but it's on everybody. To me, if you want to just even forget the offense and the defense, I still think if Jordan Poyer doesn't touch that stupid punt at the 1-yard line, the Browns still accidentally may have found a way to win that game, man. I mean,
see, you know what?
But you can't play that. We can't, right?
I
know. We can't do that. Because he hadn't done
anything up until that point.
I hear you, man.
Nothing.
Listen, the Browns stunk.
He was 4 for 20. 4 for 20.
That's great. Look, Bashan, seriously, we've been doing this for like 15 minutes, and I love it.
I know, man.
But I am up against it.
I'm like the black LG, man.
I'm with it, though. I'm with it. I'm just saying, we agree on some of these, we disagree on some. Let's see what happens with the Raiders, and let's have this conversation again next week. How's that?
Okay, let me ask you this.
Yes.
Let's just say they lose to the Raiders.
Okay.
Are you reevaluating your situation at quarterback? See, I'm not into the whole talking about, we thinking about putting in the Manziel package.
No, I don't like the Manziel package at all. I don't like that either. I think he's either in or he's out.
You do agree?
Yeah, he's in or he's out. I don't like the package.
Here's my thing with Patty. I think he knows if he goes to Manziel, there's no going back to Hoyer.
I agree.
He's trying to hold on as long as he can. So as long as they're still in the hunt, there's reason. And this is my belief, personally. As long as they're in the hunt, there's reason to let Brian Hoyer play. But once you lose to Jacksonville, and you lose to Oakland, and then you lose to Tampa Bay, my mindset has changed.
I got you, but right now we haven't done that yet, man.
All right.
Let's see what happens. I'm with you, though. You lose all three of these.
Do I get a T-shirt, man, for finally getting through or what? Do I get a
Brother,
T-shirt?
you lose all three of these, and I'm with you. We need to reevaluate some things. And I don't just mean quarterback. I mean in general, what the hell's going on if you look. But that's, let's see what happens against the Raiders. I'm with you, though. I do appreciate the call, my man.
Appreciate
you got to do it again now that you have the number. Now that you know how to get through.
Now I don't have to occupy the sports space.
There we go.
Al Sharpton on speed now.
Keith, have a good one, my man.
All right, man. Peace out, J-Rock.
Absolutely. We'll talk next week. See, there we go. First-time caller. I love it. You guys, when I open up the phone lines, use them because I will definitely let you speak your piece, baby. But I'm going to speak mine, too. We're going to have some fun. Great phone call, you guys. Let's take a break. When we come back, let's pick up where I was talking about. Let's talk a little bit about quarterbacks having bad games. Browns getting ready. Dan Wismar from the Cleveland Fan coming up on tap. We'll preview the Cavs and more. Don't go anywhere. Matter of fact, I'm going to keep the phone lines open. 216-539-7535. 216-539-7535. Follow that one if you got it. Or hit us up on Facebook and Twitter, facebook.com/The Sports Fix. Tweet with us at The Sports Fix CLE. We'll be right back.
The Sports Fix, the show that asks the question,
what you talking about, Will? What you talking about, Will? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about, Will? What you talking about? What you talking about, Will? What you talking about? What you talking about, Will?
We'll be right back.
Guys, want to take just a second as we head into this break and remind you about the official business printing source of the Sports Fix, our friends at Signs and Ship. Signs and Ship, I'm telling you, Chris and Pam, they've taken care of me since day one, and they can do the same for you. Whether you're a small business that's already been established and you're looking to grow to that next level and expand your business, or perhaps you've got an idea that you just know is going to be a great business and you need to figure out how to brand it and how to promote it and put it out there, Signs and Ship is the place for you. If you need a logo, they can create one for you. They have a fantastic graphic designer. Business cards, signs, banners, yard signs, mobile advertising, anything you can think of that you need to promote your business, they've got it at Signs and Ship. The best thing about them, too, is each of their locations, whether it's the home base here in Elyria, Ohio that I work with, or their spots in Virginia, Florida, and Pennsylvania, it's all local sourced. Very important to me because we all understand that small business is the lifeblood of the community. So check them out, signsandship.com, or call Chris and Pam today, 440-323-6060, the home office in Elyria, Ohio. Signs and Ship, quality printing at affordable prices.
It's an addiction. The Sports Fix. We'll be right back.
Fantasy sports lovers, you put so much time, hard work, and effort into playing week to week that it quickly stops being a fantasy and starts getting real. Real time spent making real decisions, creating real victory.
I'm the greatest man in the world!
And when the smoke clears, you want to show off those victories with a real prize. I mean, a really real prize.
Yeah.
Nobody does that like Fantasy Jocks. The crew over at Fantasy Jocks have beautiful, high-quality, and heavy-duty championship belts, rings, trophies, and so much more for all your fantasy sports needs.
The trophy's 12 feet high, and it is glorious!
Football, baseball, hoops, you name it, they have it. Plus, they have awesome draft kits and party supplies to make all your preseason activities the envy of everyone. If your league needs a ring, belt, or trophy, or you want to upgrade what you already have, there's literally only one place to go. If you're going to be a fantasy jock, do it right.
It's mine, the most magnificent belt ever created, and it's mine.
With America's Fantasy Sports Superstore, fantasyjocks.com. The Sports Fix is on iHeartRadio. Download the free iHeart app today. Subscribe to the show and get your fix.
You love Cleveland, and you already know how much we love Cleveland. You know who else loves Cleveland? GV Art and Design. Everyday fans, you and I wear our pride on our sleeves. Now, you can wear your